Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gamer Social Club Weekly News Podcast. We are recording on Thursday, the 6th of November, 2025, and we're going to be talking about quite a few delays, I'm afraid, and in particular, the fact that Rockstar seems to be pretty scared of Devolver Digital. But we'll be talking about that and more, obviously. Let me introduce you to who we've got today. Of course, I am your host, Harry, aka Knavish Crayfish, and joining me this week, we have our very own Steam Deck verified Mark, aka We Work in the Hive. How are you doing, my friend?
Really good, thanks, Harry. Been to a bonfire this evening, and it's been a bit too mild for that in November. But yeah, it's been a good time, and been playing a lot of games this last week. Some good, some absolutely not good. But I look forward to sharing more on those in a little while. But yeah, good to be here.
A few games that deserve to be on that bonfire, no doubt. But yeah, there it is.
Oh, very nice. You're on fire.
Before we get to whoever that is, we of course also have no empathy, only daggers. It's Lady V. How are you doing, V?
Very good, Harry. I've not been playing any terrible games this week, so good for me. Bad for Mark, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Oh dear, it's starting early. And yes, making his illustrious return to the podcast, we have the greatest showman that I know. It's Adam, aka Oh No, Not Addy.
I need a new one. I need one like good old reliable Nathan. That's what I need from the show. That's what I need. That'd be great. Hello, it's good to see you guys. We all right?
Very good. Glad to have you here, man. Obviously,
Yeah.
haven't seen you for a while. You've been busy. You want to tell us a little bit about what you've been up to?
Yes, I've been very busy. Nothing really game related. Well, it's kind of a game, but not really. I was playing the game of craps. So I was in a musical, Guys and Dolls, and I was playing Nathan Detroit, which, if you don't know, is Frank Sinatra's character in the film. So that's what I've been telling everyone. And we performed last week, and it was maybe one of the best things I've ever done. It was amazing. It was super fun, and the response was just incredible, and it was just amazing, just super fun, and just to perform. I'd do it all the time if I could, but I can't because I have to pay bills and stuff. But I had a lot of fun. But it took up so much time as you get to show week. The amount of rehearsals you have and all the stuff around it and the arrangements, and it is quite tiring. So I had to just kind of preserve my sanity, so I could continue to be a 1950s New York gambler. Yes, it was amazing. Super fun.
Brilliant, man. Well, look,
Can confirm it was amazing.
Yes.
We did
Yes, we can vouch for that. It was fantastic. Had a wonderful time, a great venue, and a credit to you, obviously, for doing it all in this fantastic venue and having to choreograph everything with a full 360 audience, which is
yes, we
very
performed
cool.
it in the round, which means that we were in the center. We performed on a dance floor in the venue, and the audience sat around us. So you have to kind of tailor how you perform. Instead of like a normal stage where you perform out, we were performing. There's people there. There's people there. There's people there. There's people above you. It was just like. It's just such a different way of doing it, and it was so much fun. And I could tell it was good because when we did the bows and we came off the stage, and then these guys were on the front row on the right, and they went, "Oh!" Yeah, they just lots of excitement and energy, which is lovely. So yes, it was great.
It was great. Really enjoyed it. So no, credit to you, man. Kudos. Fantastic job. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Let's get on with the show, though. Of course, we are some of the members of Gamer Social Club. We are a website covering video games in all manner of ways, from news, reviews, previews, interviews, editorials, guides, and anything else that we can come up with over at www.gamersocialclub.ca. If you would like to see any more of that this sort of content here, the Gamer Social Club Weekly News Podcast, of course, you have our YouTube channel that you can subscribe to, and you can also then watch more episodes of this, alongside also the Girl Pod, which comes out every Monday, which has Lady V and another member of the team, Candy, as hosts. And now, actually, of course, Bright has seemingly joined as the team, which is very cool. So you can check that out as well. And of course, any more content that we decide to bring up, shorts. I think we've got a couple of others coming up on the channel. So yeah, if you like today's episode, consider leaving a like. If you'd like to give us any feedback, any questions, any just funny bits that you're thinking of, drop them in the comments below. And if you'd like to follow any of us or the website over on social media, most of this is all down below in the description, but you can find the website, sort of socials at Twitter or X is gamer_S_C, and Threads, Blue Sky, and anywhere else is basically just Gamer Social Club. Just search for it and you'll find it there. As far as the content we do, the three things you need to know is that we are, number one, a grassroots independent website. This is all fueled by our passion and love for doing this and love for video games. I wanted to share that with all of you. Number two, any game that we review, we will finish, we will roll credits, and if we can't do that, we will play it as much as we humanly can before we do our review and share our thoughts, our opinions, and our scores with you. And finally, when it comes to news, we run all of it through a rumor-free filter. So you know that anything you're getting from us is not from subreddit speculation, social media discourse. It is coming from places that we trust, sources that we believe to be true, and we will do our best to keep that updated as the sort of stories progress if need be. So yeah, and again, please go check out the website. We do, as I said, a lot of different sort of stuff there, and again, we've been very busy this month. October is shaping to be another busy one. November is shaping up to be another busy one. October was busy. September was busy. They're blending. There's a little bit of bleed over, if you can imagine. But yeah, with that all out the way, let's get into what we've been playing. And I think it's only fair that we let Adam obviously share with us what he did get round to playing when he could, when he wasn't training the boards.
Yes. I actually had a random one day where I had nothing on, like in between social things and theatre stuff. I had like a day. And I like it was a Saturday, which was quite nice, and I had nothing on. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not leaving the house. The cupboards are full. I'm sitting on my couch, and I decided to load up and play Keeper, which apparently is all I can say about it. I've been forbidden from saying anything lest it be a spoiler. I've been playing Keeper, and it is just wonderful. Just a wonderful game. It's lovely. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna. I loved the look of it when it first got shown. Like this like. What was the word I'm looking for? A lighthouse that's been brought to life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a word for it. Yeah. And it's just pottering around. It had loads of character. And you get this little bird friend, and it's like it felt like a Pixar film, and it just felt like I would watch an absolutely voiceless, like scored film of that. I mean, it kind of is anyway, but you get to play it, and it's just superb. And you don't quite know what's going on at the start with it. And you're kind of finding your way, and you're getting your Bambi legs going because Keeper can't walk properly, and it's really cute. And it's like, oh, I hope this doesn't carry on for too long. It was getting annoying, but it's great. I mean, it looks amazing, and like the different world levels you go through, they're all so varied, and they're just the attention to detail and the color and the vibrancy was just excellent. It is it's a puzzler, but it's not a really taxing one. There's a few towards the end that are a bit more like, what the I kept going around in circles. Like, I think Harry knows what I'm about. It was super fun though, and I just played it all in one go, and I ended up writing 14 guides for it in a day. So it's one for each achievement, and then one for each achievement, and then like a complete all in one. Because it was just like I just had to keep playing it, and I had the time to do it, and I just really enjoyed it. It was just superb, and I loved. You get really attached to it, like to the lighthouse. It's like, oh no, come on, guy, you got this. And it's just just love it. I can't recommend it enough. It's on Game Pass, and it's it really made me think about would that sort like Double Fine are always making weird and wonderful games, but like I wondered about. I didn't really think about it too much. Like I was thinking about would this game get made outside of the security of somewhere like because you're not really arguing with Tim Schafer and Double Fine because they're weird and wonderful. Like we know that there's been some issues like Microsoft like not greenlighting things or cancelling things and stuff like that. But I just wonder would that game exist outside of the kind of security? Because I know that they've talked about in the past around having the security to do what they want to do because they've been bought and that sort of thing. Like I think it makes me really smile that game exists because it's just superbly fun. I don't know if everybody else had a chance to play it yet, but I please do because it's so good. I just really liked it.
Yeah, no, it's a very special game. I really enjoyed it my time. And then I used your guide to help me find all the sort of collectibles, as it were, in the game.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a great time with it. And yeah, I agree with everything you've just said. I think it's something that people should play. And like you, you can easily finish it in a day. It's not a long game.
6-7 hours, something like that. If you're looking for it and stuff like that, it's maybe even shorter if you wanted it to be. But there was the middle section I was less of a fan of because the gameplay changes slightly, and I was like, I wasn't vibing with it as much, but it's still great. But it was like, okay, and then it changes again, and it just but overall really good. So I would recommend that. Yeah, and I've also been playing Ball X Pit. I don't know if you meant to say the X, but Ball X Pit, or is it just Ball Pit? Ball times Pit equals Ball it? No, I don't know.
Balls, Addy, just loads of balls.
Balls. You've got to say Balbalon. You've got to rebuild Balbalon. Balbalon.
It's going to be another one of those episodes.
It's quite nice to say Balbalon. Well, isn't that a song? Is it who sings Balbalon? Who sings that? But that's really fun as well. Like, I know Mark will love it. It's a ball breaker roguelike that, there's no cats in it, I'm afraid. So there's no hidden cats, I'm afraid. So so you get which is it's just weird.
You're going to do your next performance. You've got to do your next act as cats because then Mark will show up.
Yeah. Mark will come to that one. Yeah. He's got to spot them. We'll just hide them throughout the program. You've got to find them. He's not even watching the thing. He's just like circling cats in the program. That's if the crazy cat lady from The Simpsons had culture. That's what she'd do. So yeah, play Rocket. So and it's just fun. It was just like super fun. Like you get short runs, 15 minutes, and you got to. It's like the brick breaker type game, but like you bounce your balls around as you do. Destroy enemies, fight bosses. Level up, die, level up, repeat, and you get loads of different cool like special balls that have different abilities, like causes bleed damage or poison and whatever else. And you go through and then you can start reconstructing Balbalon by like using the in between level thing. I didn't really like the building bit so much. I felt like it was unnecessary. I just want to keep playing, but you needed resources to build things to give you better skills and abilities to go through. And I can see the benefit of it. I get the point, but I'm not fussed. And that was really good fun. It's quite addictive. It's very much, just one more go. And you get there's like a million characters have all got different abilities and skills that start you off. So every time you play, if you play with a different character, it works a little differently. And it's just, that was really good. I really enjoyed that as well. That was good one you could play. Like I played that on my backbone a lot because after the show I was quite well, not very well. It's like in bed just playing it on my backbone and stuff like that while watching American Dad or whatever. So that was good. I enjoyed that.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, we heard from V obviously last week that how much she was enjoying it, and I've actually started it as well, and when I can find time, I've enjoyed a few runs. I think I've made it to I've only made it to the second level, but really enjoy the loop, as it were.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, very clever. So is that everything from you then, Adam?
And a bit of Power Wash Simulator too. Just
scrubbing
things.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning the broadside of a barn at the moment. That's what I'm on. I cleaned a gas station and then a mini electric scooter thing, and then something else, a bandstand, and then a cement mixer, and now I'm on a farm. I mean, it's just quite satisfying. It's just more of the same of the original, and I don't get it, but I enjoy it. So it's just fun. The pings, it's the dopamine hits from the pings every time you clean something.
It's very good with the little flash. Yeah.
Ding! Yeah. I like it.
Game design, love it.
Game design. Yeah.
All right, let's hear from Mark next. What have you been playing, buddy?
So let me start with some cat hunting, actually. I'll touch on this briefly. So since I've just get rinsed every episode for hunting cats, I might as well, I'm just going to own it. I'm going to own it. So I've been playing the latest Hidden Cats game, which is this time in Rio de Janeiro. So it's the first time that
finally
in on the Latin continent. So
yeah.
The first one in the for the cities. Most of them are very European based, but it was a really good cat hunter. I'm running out of words to use in my reviews for Hidden Cats games, to be honest. I had kind of alluded to that in my review this week, which will be live when this podcast goes up. But guys, cut me some slack. Come on, you guys need to hunt cats too. But yeah, it was one of the better cat hunters. So we're all broken this episode, aren't we?
I'm sorry.
I'm behaving. I was listening.
I'm only
really
laughing
trying.
because Harry won't stop laughing. I have read your review and it reads really well.
I'm so sorry. We can redo that if you like. I'm so sorry.
I'm not a cat.
Shut up, Adam.
No, I feel like we have to keep it. Mark, continue.
Yeah.
All good. All good.
We can do a clean cut.
Yes, I've been playing. Well, pretend we're doing a clean cut. I've been playing the latest cat hunting game, so Hidden Cats in Rio de Janeiro. And this
Finally,
took place in Latin America. Oh dear. So we've been hunting lots of cats around European cities recently. Recently before that, Tokyo. But this is a good entry in the Hidden Cat series. I've got a reputation of absolutely whoring every one of these that come out for review, and I'm kind of running out of words to use in my reviews to summarize them. But I had a good time with this one. It's very much more of the same, and yeah, if you like Hidden Cats games, you'll probably like this. If you don't, then you probably won't. So easy achievements, couple of hour completion, beautiful artwork, and a good time for many more Cats games, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more pop into my my in tray by next month for review. So yeah,
they are usually about once every 2 months, aren't they?
Yeah.
We'll have one just in time for New Year. Bring in the New Year. Oh, they could do Hidden Cats and and somewhere in Scotland for Hogmanay.
There is a Christmas one. But I've already done that. So I think we actually got a review on the site before I was with GSC. But yeah, it's there'll be more, I'm sure. The other game that I need to talk about this week is a pizza delivery, which is my second review of the week. Yeah, I don't really know where to start with this one. Let me tell you a little bit about the game itself before I go on to my opinions. So a pizza delivery is a narrative adventure game about a protagonist called B who's looking to deliver a series of pizzas to some of the NPCs that we meet on the journey. On paper, it's a pretty attractive game. It's a good narrative adventure, does something different. The places that we go to in the adventure are really well presented. There's some really good level design. Some of the areas are really beautiful, really good lighting. There's a good undertone story. Where we speak to B's manager on some random payphones throughout the journey, which is a bit spooky and a bit eerie, and kind of you wonder where that's going to take you. The NPCs that we meet to deliver pizzas to are quite interesting, some of them. However, the conversations can be quite short, so it doesn't really build as much as it could have. My issues, well, I think that's probably summarizing some of the good points of the game. The bad is really bad. I've played some tough games this year to complete, and obviously, Harry, you mentioned one of the pillars of our website is we try to finish every game. This was really difficult to get to the end. Technical issues like I've probably never seen in a game. Many of them were progression blocking. Many of them were causing the world around me to just disappear regularly, and sometimes I didn't even know where I was going. Some of the NPC conversations would just break down mid-conversation and couldn't really progress any further. My achievements were some of them were unlocking, some of them weren't. Some of them were unlocking things they were not meant to. So that was something. As an achievement hunter, that was a really fundamental issue to me. But a couple of the examples of issues that I had. So there's one area which, if you've played Dark Souls 2, the snowy blizzard area,
Horsecock Valley.
Frigid Outskirts is the one, isn't it? The
Yes.
Blizzard area.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Right,
known
yeah,
as.
I was using the colloquial term that us Dark Souls 2 fans like to use. Like, all the
That's
Dark
the
Souls
one.
2 fans will know. Ooh.
You're more hardcore than me. You're far more hardcore. So may have some PTSD from the Blizzard in that, and not knowing where you're going. But the game as a narrative adventure shouldn't be very difficult and should be leading you through Blizzard journeys with, Blizzard sections with some kind of guidance. But one of the collectibles in the game was a compass, which I collected. I collected all the collectibles, even though the game told me I didn't. And the compass was
Bitter
meant to
about
tell me super bitter about that. So the compass is meant to help me navigate through the blizzard. And when I got to the blizzard, the compass was simply just in my collectibles list. There was no way to use it. There was no way to tell where I was going. So whilst the guy on the end of the payphone was telling me to head south, in a blizzard, how the fuck am I meant to know which way south? So walking around completely aimlessly, looking for the next phone box, and it was like that was one of the issues. I was playing the review on Xbox, and all of the button overlay commands were PlayStation commands,
Wow.
which was pretty terrible QA, and I wonder kind of why that was. And that's just a couple of issues. That there were a few other progression blocking bugs that we had to reach out to the publisher ahead of time just to try and get past to get towards the end of the game. And this is a solo dev game. I'm really happy to give the developer the benefit of the doubt, and understand that QA support might be really limited to them. I get that, but when progression blocking, and I think that's just a cardinal sin of game design and getting game. Something simply should not release if it's not completable, and this really barely was. When I got to the end, honestly, it was just a relief. Frankly, I think there is a 6 out of 10 hidden in here somewhere. It's a pretty game. The story's kind of all right. The gameplay's not too bad. It's really basic and really straightforward that you'd expect in something like a walking simulator. But when it comes to the technical side, it just absolutely destroyed any opportunity it had to me. I've played some bad games this year, and I've also played some really buggy ones. I've also had progression blocking issues, but this absolutely takes the biscuit. I've never played something with such bad bugs in my life, and I would strongly recommend anyone interested to avoid this game like the plague, at least until it gets a fix. Like I say, there's a 6 out of 10 in here somewhere, but it's a long way away. And unfortunately, a pizza delivery is not one that I can recommend to people. So, yeah, that's a bit of another clanger on my review record, which is I'm hoping for a good one. It's been a long time.
Yeah, man, you're overdue, definitely. But obviously appreciate your hard work, dedication to.
I'm so baffled how a game like that gets released in that state. Like, you can't not know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What allows that to happen? Like, if you're the developer, surely you'd be like, I'm not happy with this coming out. Is the publisher making it go out? It has to be a simultaneous launch. If it worked fine on PlayStation and PC, then don't release the Xbox one. We've had to delay. You've seen that before. Like, why would you let that go out? It baffles me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a game like this, like you're right, and I think when you've got things like Steam reviews, which this is a small game, it's never going to have that many reviews, and if they're all pretty bad, the game's never going to have a chance anyway. So why not push it back and actually give it some of a chance? I get publishers have deadlines to get things out, but if you're throwing something out to die, then why? Like I simply don't understand. Yeah, it's a real shame. It could have been an alright game. I don't think it's ever going to be an 8 out of 10, but there's something in here that's all right. Sadly, it's just out of reach, and really need to avoid that. Sadly,
Yeah.
I have played one good game this week though that I will jump onto, and I finished Luigi's Mansion 3. Loved it.
Hey.
Loved it, and I've gone out and I've got 2 straight away. So
finish that.
no.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, man. Continue to enjoy that journey, of course. And we'll be talking a little bit more about the idea of delays and things like that a bit later. But before we get to that, Lady V, what have you been playing?
So I have been playing more of the Outer Worlds too, which I won't say too much about because I am reviewing it. We were lucky enough to get codes. It was also after embargo, so I can happily talk about the fact that I'm playing it and I'm having a fantastic time. And I am just frequently astounded by how many things I keep finding that are letting me know that I could have done things completely differently than the way that I have done them. So just on like the first planet, there's lots and lots of different ways that you can go around doing the main quest and the main objective. So if you see something and you're given something to do or people to side with and you feel like you don't want to side with them, you don't have to. You can just fuck off into the distance and find a different way to do it, which is what I have been doing. I also picked up the quite a few flaws over my gameplay with it. I think the flaws are much improved from the first game. The first game obviously was fantastic and I really enjoyed the flaw system, but some of the ones in the new game are really, really fun. So I do have the bad knees. I think we spoke about it. We've definitely spoken about it in the Discord, but I do have the bad knees flaw now, which is fine because I never use stealth. I have no aptitude with guns at all. My character is like engineer hacking, should be trying to stealth around, but I still, for some reason, decide that I'm going to shoot that crab and I'm going to shoot that crab right in the face. So I'm like just sprinting into battle with my shotgun, which I have no bonuses on, and just be like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, I'm having a really good time with it. Obviously, I think if you've got Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass, it is available. And I would highly recommend picking it up if you're a fan of Obsidian or the first game, because it's a very good RPG. Your choices absolutely do matter. And it is set up in such a way that it's like a proper RPG, I would say. Like, I love Skyrim. I've got like 900 hours in Skyrim, but you can do whatever you want in Skyrim. So by the end of my main character playthrough of Skyrim, I was the head of the Mages Guild and the head of like an army and the head of the Thieves Guild and a vampire. And at some point, I'm pretty sure I was a werewolf doing something, and the Dragonborn and etc. etc. But the Outer Worlds is like, okay, you pick your skills and it's pretty, the skill progression is pretty like you should specialize. So if you try and choose like multiple different skills, you can get a flaw called easily distracted, which I think a lot of people have said is the best flaw in the game because you get more perk points with it. But you can only put them in like your lowest skill that you've started to level. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. But if you try and just spread your skill points out across all of the different things, you will never pass a skill check. You will never have high enough in anything to pass any of the skill checks. So you might as well just not have put points into the skills at all. Whereas if you focus in on, I suppose I focus in on like 3. So I'm like hacking things. I really love the animation for the engineering. So you like try to open a door with engineering and you like pour a little bit of oil into the hinges and stuff like that, and then you just hit it with a hammer. And I'm like, yeah, like, very fun. And a little bit of speech, because it's quite fun to convince people that I should definitely be here, even though I definitely should not be there. But if you try and do everything, you're not going to. And I think it's to try and like get you to do more playthroughs, which I think is very fun for RPGs. I think a lot of modern RPGs don't have a huge amount of replayability. Again, I say that with like 900 hours in Skyrim, but I want to play through it again with a different character, with different skill sets, and choose different options, choose different factions, do the quests that I locked myself out of by fucking off into the sunset to try and find a different way to do it. And it gives me like a bit of a Mass Effect 1 vibe to that. It's just like you can't be all the things. Like you can't have all your companions like you. You can't have if you're doing certain things. and I love that in an RPG. So I would highly recommend. The review will be up at some point. It hopefully won't take too long. My problem is because I'm having so much fun with it, I'm like, I need to do everything. Like, there's like a quest to find collectibles on each planet, and I'm like, let me find all the collectibles. There's like, different little side missions that you have to run off and do, and I'm like, oh yeah, the main quest. Oh, that's later. That's fine. I'm fighting a weird disappearing lizard. Like, give me peace. Like, I'll get to it. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that. And in between times where I need to go to bed at some point in the evening and just want to play like something quick, I say, despite the fact I'm not very good at switching it off, I've been playing a game called Super Fantasy Kingdom, which I'm sorry, Mark, is a roguelike. But it's a very novel roguelike. It's like a city builder, like turn-based. Well, it's not really turn-based. So you have your little city. You're the king. You have your little city, and every evening the city is attacked by monsters. So you have to build up your city to gather resources. With like quite a extreme time pressure attached to it, because if you don't have enough resources to like upgrade your monsters or recruit new troops from around the map and stuff that you fight, then your hero will just get overwhelmed and then you'll die and you'll have to start again. But you do get passive bonuses the more that you play it, so that it's easier to build up your city. But like the art style is really charming. It's very very pixel art, quite low res, but it's like very fun. The music's lovely, and there's just something about it that just scratches the itch at the back of my brain that most roguelikes do. But for some reason, I can't stop playing it. Like, anytime I'm like, oh, I'm going to fire up some games, I'm like, yeah, play some Outer Worlds. I'm like, oh, we've only got like an hour. And then I'm like, okay, we'll just put on Super Fantasy Kingdom. And then it's like 2 hours later, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I need to go. Like, I've got to But yeah, it's really good fun. It's on Xbox Game Pass. I think it could technically be in game preview. Yeah, it's in game preview, which I think means it's also in early access on Steam. But if you enjoy like a fun roguelike that's very interesting, very engaging, and definitely doesn't seem like it was made a roguelike just for the sake of making a roguelike. I feel like because I did talk about that in a review that I did last week, Devil Jam probably didn't need to be what it was. Then I would highly recommend it. It's very fun, very good fun.
Good stuff. Sounds like everyone's had more or less a good time, which is good.
Well.
Well, yeah. Well, hopefully that will change. I have actually been playing Winter Burrow, which is a game that's coming out. I am under embargo for it, but I can at least share that I am playing it. And obviously, you could then look forward to a review around the time of release, which, if I remember correctly, look it up in here, it is on November 12th. So you can look forward to that. And otherwise, more Ghost of Yote, which has been great fun. And Ball Pit, as I said earlier.
Came out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, enjoying that. But yeah, Winter Burrow, look forward to hearing more about that. If you're not aware of what that is, it is a very cozy looking survival crafting game. You play as a little mouse returning to their burrow in the countryside to find it all sort of left dilapidated. Your auntie has disappeared, and you must obviously try and find her and repair everything. Bring the sort of warmth and coziness back to your burrow in this sort of winter sort of woodland environment. As I said, very cute. But you'll hear more about that or read more about that with my review. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. All right, let's move on to our sort of main topic of discussion. It's sort of a bit of a theme with a couple of sort of little segments, as it were. Just before we started, actually, we had another announcement in line with what we were about to talk about. So I think we just had news that the Rise of Hydra, is it 1943 Rise of Hydra game has just been delayed into early 2026.
Womp womp. Delayed out of early 2026. So it was going to come early 26, but now it's probably going to be towards the end of the year, I think.
Right.
So,
okay. So out of
Out of
early
it.
2026.
Yeah.
I see.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Shocking
But,
nobody.
yeah. Again,
Yeah.
we've not seen or
Yeah.
heard of
We've
a peep.
seen nothing of it.
Yeah. And if anything, I'm just actually happy that news is a delay as opposed to another cancellation, because the track record of these superhero games, other than Wolverine, which of course being Insomniac and all the rest of it, I don't know if people have seen that news floating around of one of the Marvel execs talking about like, we're going to work with Insomniac for like years to come, sort of thing. So like, we'll be seeing games from them to do superheroes probably for the foreseeable future. But yeah, as far as other ones, we've lost the Black Panther game. That was, I think, cancelled earlier this year, alongside the Wonder Woman game. Was that cancelled as well?
Yeah, that
That
was
was
cancelled.
cancelled.
Yeah. So those are the two big high-profile ones I remember getting cancelled. Blade is still going from
Oh, that
Arcane.
better happen. I mean, a Blade game by Dishonored people. I mean, come on.
I know. Yeah.
If they won't give us a Blade film, why? Please don't cancel the Blade game. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, Blade is so cool. How are you struggling so hard to make a cool Blade movie? Like, what the fuck?
I know, exactly. They had the right actor and everything.
Everyone's gonna nail the game though. And Arcane is gonna nail it. Like, absolutely gonna fucking nail that.
Yeah, I trust them.
Arcane.
But
I hope they recreate the blood rape from the first film for the game, because that's such a perfect opening scene to a movie. Like, it's so good.
Very cool. I like that idea. But yeah, fingers crossed, obviously, for those games. And yeah, I would rather delay over obviously cancellation. Still not great news, but yeah, hope maybe we'll see something more of it at like the Game Awards or something. Maybe another trailer, But I wouldn't say there's any reason to hold out until probably next year for any more news on that.
I suppose that makes sense. They get the bad news out the way, say it's been delayed, and then they can celebrate with a new trailer without the kind of news around it 2 weeks later. So.
Yeah, start the cycle again, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was announced, I think, only literally like 15 minutes or so before we actually started rolling, which, well, unfortunately not what we want to hear. Fits nicely into the other news we're going to cover, which is, well, one of the other bits is Unbeatable, a very, very highly anticipated indie game title, sort of rhythm action game, has been delayed and was delayed hours before its release, within 24 hours, I think, of its original release date, which would have been today. I think time of recording.
Today. Yeah.
So that's a pretty. It's not seen that often. Well, seen very rarely. But again, I think we were talking again before this how it is not the first time I think it's happened this year. We were struggling to remember what the other game was that did this. But again, we've seen a lot of like obviously very sudden delays, or moving around because of games like Silksong. What happened in September with suddenly there's been like this huge disperse of games leaving the impact zone, except for a brave few like Headers Us. So yeah, it's kind of a shame, obviously, because I know it's been one that's I think been known about for a good 5 or so years. I think it's not a like a short time people have waited for this title, but it looks really cool.
It's only delayed till the start of December, so December the 9th it's been delayed to.
Only a month.
Yeah.
And they shared their reasoning as well, which if you've got it there with you, V, is like absolutely the sort of reason why you'd want to have this delay. It doesn't sound like they're brushing it off as just a little bit of polish.
No. So the game director RJ Lake posted on the Discord, and then obviously it was made into a full announcement that there is a very boring and frustrating reason QA hit a low repro progression blocker last night that is serious enough it is considered unreleasable. Fixing this would require pushing the console release date back because of cert timelines, and not fixing this is, well, we refuse to do that, we're fixing it. So I think that ties quite nicely into what Mark was saying about the game that he was playing, Pizza Delivery, is like it's good to see a company, even a small indie company, saying we ran into a bug that makes the progression system in the game not work. And for us, that is unreleasable, and we're not going to release it. Hope you don't get to it in time and try and drop a patch. So yeah, actually props to the devs on that. I would like to see more companies do more of that. If you run into an issue, don't tell me you're going to patch it as soon as possible if you were aware of it. Push the game back by a month. I'll still happily play it, and I'm much more likely to pick it up actually if devs have this attitude towards things. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and again, I really appreciate this level of transparency, because just to go back as well, because we didn't actually state what was said by the studio behind the Rise of Hydra game. Skydance Games, the developers, so the delay was necessary to fully realize our vision. Make of that what you will. Now, of course, the game is further out. Anyway.
I mean, if your vision is I don't want it to be shit, then that's fair enough.
So yeah, you make of that what you will. But it is also the second delay, obviously, for this title, because it was originally delayed out of 2025 into early 2026.
We haven't seen anything of it yet, have we?
No, it was just the original announcement
was there
trailer.
One like teaser trailer or something?
Yeah, it was. I think it was the one. I think it was the original announcement trailer for it, and I think that's all we.
I think it's fully. That was a fully CGI trailer.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anything of the game yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there we are. I think maybe there was some screenshots shared at one point, maybe something like that. Maybe I can't remember, but otherwise, nothing more than pretty much like not conceptual, but yeah, not a lot of gameplay, it seems. So yeah, I've had to wait to hear more on that one as well. But yeah, Unbeatable now coming out early December. So that's still look forward to this year. And then of course this brings us to the big one. I know most people will be very upset to hear this, but yes, it is true. I'm afraid, everybody. Rockstar is terrified of Devolver Digital, and they will do anything they can to stay away from their game releases. They've seen what's happened this year with Devolver Digital, with Ball Pit.
And they saw Ball Pit and they were like, "Oh, we can't do this."
Ball Pit, Baby Steps. They saw those two and were like, "Oh, damn, their walking physics are better than ours too. Shit, we're fucked, guys. Like, we're done. Pack it up."
Yeah, presumably the controls in Baby Steps would have been less clunky.
I still cannot get my head around Baby Steps. I do not understand it.
Fair enough.
People love a Bennett Foddy.
And I think what it is they're putting a Ball Pit and a Baby Steps into GTA. I mean, the ragdolling in GTA is almost like what Baby Steps looks like anyway. It's ridiculous.
They're leaning into it. They're like, wait, they're onto something.
We're gonna take your shit. We're gonna make it GTA.
Yeah.
We're gonna make GTA a Bennett Foddy rage game.
We're literally gonna make Baby Steps and add blackjack and hookers, aka GTA.
Yeah. But we know Mark is very excited for GTA 6. So again, sorry, you're getting
exactly. Sorry. To clarify for everybody, sorry.
We're not flagging you, Mark.
We've had a lot of fun here tonight, everybody. But no, to get serious for a moment, of course, GTA 6 has been delayed. From its was it a May release date? Was it had or June,
May 26th?
May 26th. Thank you. And it does have another fixed date. Is it again like November 19th?
November 19th.
That was it. Yeah. So and again, I believe that was called for more polish being required for the game. So again, we will wait. We will continue to wait.
You've not changed the controls though. I guarantee they've not fucking changed the controls. Yeah. Polish of what?
Exactly what? Like, because usually the polish thing usually happens. Like, it's closer to release. It's a year away.
Oh my God, no! They're adding more GTA Online things into it. It's more monetization. I bet. Like,
well, hang on. Well, let's let Mark have the floor for a bit.
He's been very good. Like, sorry, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I just on that before I kind of show some of my thoughts. I mean, if you guys can remember back to GTA 5 launch, GTA Online came out officially about a week later, but was completely bollocksed for about the first 2 or 3 weeks. It was unplayable. Yeah. So if it is GTA Online related, it really wouldn't surprise me because that is the cash cow of the game, and that's something they're going to want to build. But obviously we have no idea, and we only know what we told about the polish.
No,
But just personal opinions, absolutely gutted, like genuinely gutted. Not surprised. I think Addy was right all along, and although I hate admitting that, I'm not surprised either. But with a Rockstar, they've got this endless budget which no other developer on the planet has, and if they're going to make it's probably shaping up to be the biggest game of all time in terms of hype, in terms of cultural significance, in terms of longevity it's going to have. If we look at GTA 5 having 12 years till now, and it's going to be 13 by the time 6 is out, it's probably going to have about the same kind of lifespan, for a decade. And this game needs to be ready for a decade. And when it comes out, it's going to be what GTA 5 was actually on the kind of the precipice between 360 and at the time Xbox One era. So this is kind of getting close to where that will probably land as well. So I would imagine they've probably got one eye on the future of what the technology of the next generation will look like. But it will be probably one of the most polished games in terms of little things. Think back to Red Dead and the way that your horse's dick got smaller in the snow.
Speaking of actually his balls, talking about balls, I'm pretty sure it was ball shrinkage.
And we're back.
That's the technology to polish, absolutely. That sort of stuff.
Not polishing the horse's cock.
No.
Well, not with that.
But like what the studio has got this kind of this flexibility and this allowance from executives to do it. Take-Two obviously know that this is just a juggernaut. That this is going to change the shares of the company for a decade or longer. It's going to be one of the biggest games. If it's going to launch with a bit of jank, it's with everything they're putting into it, but who knows what they're doing with this extra time? Could it be an extra few radio stations? Could it be an extra, few missions that they've come up with in the studio? But you know what? I'm gutted, but I'm not surprised. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it got delayed again. Truth be told.
Well, considering they just fired so many of their QA team, yeah. I don't know who's polishing it.
Right, they need more time to polish because they've got no fuckers to do it.
Certainly not a good look to have laid off 30 or so employees in your QA team. And again, there's a lot of sort of speculation as to around why that was. Again, they were not clear when they did it. Again, it was put down as just gross misconduct. And I think then possibly has been sort of slightly more embellished with related to the leaks from, was it 2022? Yeah. It's like, wow, it's taken you 3 years to fire these people. Interesting. Okay.
Well, they do things slowly. They want to make sure that everyone's balls are shrinking at the right rate.
They were going to fire them, and then they delay it, and then delay the hearing, and delay it again.
There was some talk about union busting also, which I feel that we should mention.
I was about to say, that is exactly kind of more what is currently the reason why they're under fire is because these individuals, these members of the team that were fired, the 30 QA staff, were believed to be part of conversations of unionizing. So again, we will see how any more of that falls out. I believe they are still currently protesting outside of the offices. So best of luck to them.
Everywhere, because it's not far for me to get a train up to Dundee to protest about that.
No, I think it's this. I think it's the employees that got fired are the ones who are protesting outside the building. So I assume it's from the office. I don't know which one exactly, but yeah.
I do agree with Mark, though. It is going to be the biggest game, despite the fact that I'm not a massive GTA fan. I think the last one I played was San Andreas, and I don't think that for me, it's the control scheme. Like, they've not updated their control scheme since like the PS2, and it's very janky. And yeah, it doesn't really appeal to me. It's obviously a massive game, and it obviously appeals to a lot of people. And fair play to them, they've done very well. And no way am I going to say it's a bad game. it's just not for me. But yeah, it's got to be gutting if you're a big fan and you've been waiting for 13 years after GTA 5. Presumably, have bought whatever versions of GTA 5 that have been released, because it's out across 3 different platforms. Yeah, it has a 360 release, got its PS4 release, it's got the Xbox Series X and PS5 release. It now means people on PC won't see it till 2027, presumably, because they always release it on PC about a year later, because they can't optimize for PC at all. For Rockstar games, it would seem, but
the length of time, the length of time between GTA 5 and GTA 6 will be longer now than between GTA 3 and GTA 5.
Oh, goodness.
I really liked LA Noire. I wish Rockstar would make other games alongside GTA. That's the thing. Yeah. It seems like everything goes into the GTA machine now.
GTA Red Dead, isn't it? Look, there's a lot of talk recently about Agent, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I don't know how we could possibly have made an open world spy game. The Hitman fucking done it. What are you on about? Yeah, not fully open world, but still, shut up.
But no, I mean, but other people were pointing out other games like Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain and stuff like that. You know, people were pointing out that, like, hey, look, they have kind of done stuff like that already. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't believe that whole thing. But yeah, I do think though. I think they've had conversation. Tinfoil hat. I think they know when the next consoles are coming, and they're lining it up so they can release the current gen
right at the end,
and then we'll re-release it with an upgrade that you'll have to pay for. It'll be full whack, and look at how shiny it is. It'll have the first person mode again, and they'll just re-release it, and then they'll re-release it again towards the end of the thing because they'll have finally reached 8K or whatever, and then you'll pay for it again, and just yeah. But I do think it could get delayed again, depending on when the financial year is. If it gets delayed and it's still within the financial year, then they won't lose. Because they could take the hit by delaying it, by still selling it in the financial year. Because I'm fairly sure that this is the only. I'm fairly sure that Rockstar could get away with delaying it to whatever the fuck they wanted. But like, if you're looking at it from what are the publishers saying, when we're looking at with that conversation about a pizza delivery, like who's made them release that game? Sometimes it's like we need to get it out for this financial year and that sort of stuff. And if they push it out of financial year, you see the stocks take a dive and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So I kind of think that if they released it in this financial year, regardless of when that is, even if they delay it again, they'd be fine. I mean, they're fine whenever they are, but in terms of the Take-Two's health as a business type thing, I think it could happen. But just say, I'm so happy it got delayed. Just because I am super vindicated. No, not because I want the game to be delayed. I want Mark to play it, obviously, but I called it, and I was so happy. I was like, yes! Okay, yes!
We'll find the footage.
It's not my first rodeo with this nonsense. And there's loads of people. I was holding a copy of GTA Vice City Stories for the PSP in my hand, and it got delayed a week. Like, it's just Rockstar all over. There's no fucking reason for it. I had it. Like, it didn't.
It's definitely worth highlighting that Take-Two's stock after they announced the delay dropped by 7.4%.
Oh, interesting.
So, it'll be worth seeing. I don't know if that's just because more people are... Well, I don't know if it's because more people are spending more time on Reddit and thinking that this is... Obviously, stocks are a good idea. I'm not saying don't invest in stocks, but you get a lot of like tech bros and stuff like that online who are like, yeah, we're invested in these stocks and we're going to pump it to the moon and etc. etc. And now they're sad because their game has been delayed and they're going to like, well, we're going to stick it to them by selling their stocks and making it drop to $234 per share.
I wouldn't recommend getting stocks because there's nowhere to put them. They're big and cumbersome, and they're not very comfortable to be in.
Mark, would you like to tell us about your favorite GTA game and why you're excited about GTA 6?
Well, truth be told, I think part of the reason I'm looking so much forward to this one is because it's back in Vice City, and
Mhm.
Vice City is my absolute favorite
100%.
GTA.
Yeah, absolutely.
The soundtrack, like when that game came out, I was what 13, 14. I didn't really know a thing about 80s music, and that game simply changed my music tastes for life. And I still listen to the GTA Vice City soundtrack on Spotify
Nice.
most
Yeah,
weeks.
man.
Absolutely adore it. Changed kind of the way that I can see music, and I think it was kind of that era of gaming where like pop culture music was kind of coming into games with Tony Hawk's, with GTA, and that kind of like really changed my music taste in life, and it just has a lot of like cultural significance as well. But yeah, it just kind of takes me back to that kind of that illuminated strip, that really Miami
Yeah.
kind of style, and the fact that they're recreating that again back in the new Vice City, but adding so much more. Like when I was watching the first reveal trailer, you could just see all the nods to the original Vice City in there. Of course, they've done Los Santos a couple of times. They with 5 and San Andreas, and they've done Liberty City between 3 and 4. But to be back in Vice City, that's what's got me the most excited for this game. I think gameplay wise, it's going to be amazing. To V's point, the controls are shite. If I've got to tap A to continue running anymore, I think my thumb might drop off.
Yeah.
If I can jump something and you're slightly missing, he collapses against it, and then he's like,
There's our short for the week.
For our audience, for the listeners, Adam was just in a perfect rendition of ragdolling in the chair.
Oh, you have to put the wasted bit at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe you do need to play Baby Steps, Adam.
yeah.
oh, I would throw my controller. I know I would. Wind me up to a chronic.
There we go. Yeah. No, I agree though. I'm very excited for it. As someone who actually has never played GTA 5, it just didn't speak to me. I wasn't down for really much of the premise. I missed the fact we were in somewhere like San Andreas or Vice City. Yeah, like doing the stuff that we're doing in those sort of games, and it didn't draw me in at all. And then it being fully on them like GTA Online and the lack of single player content, I was just like, okay, yeah, I guess this is no longer something I'll be involved in. But GTA 6, I'm interested to see what we get, and I like you, Mark. I want to like go back and kind of revisit places and sort of reminisce about like, oh man, I remember when first came across this club here or something like that, and yeah, like you, that was a sort of
Straight to the clubs.
what's that?
It went straight to the clubs with the square boobies. There he did.
You find Harry at pole position.
Yeah, there we go. But
Literally,
yeah,
and
I
figuratively.
remember I have fond memories of the soundtrack as well. I was a big V-Rock fan in particular, and I remember getting like the full like CD box set of the entire GTA Vice City soundtrack.
We used to sell them at game, didn't we? We used to
Yeah.
get them in the full shebang.
Mm-hmm.
Little black cardboard box with them all in.
Yeah.
I've got
Very
one somewhere.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Great game. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. But hey, just have to keep on waiting, I guess. There we go. Right. Why don't we start wrapping up the show then, everybody? Unless anyone's got any final thoughts on delays or GTA, anything like that at all, obviously. But
The only thing around delays is is it Shigeru Miyamoto or somebody said like
yes, of course.
game. Or it might not even be. I think somebody said he's never actually said that or something like that. But basically, delay game and it's going to be good eventually, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, ignoring Duke Nukem Eternal forever.
Yeah.
A delayed game will eventually be a good game.
Yeah.
So just let it happen. Let them cook. All that jazz.
Yeah.
They're good for it.
Yeah. And of course, I guess before we move on, if people didn't understand my whole Devolver Digital thing, it's only because they have been constantly trolling Rockstar.
Expertly trolling them.
Top S tier performance by them. Always there, perfect and ready. There were 2 tweets that went out. One that's like a follow up to one they did with the last delay, and where they just quote tweeted it and just like, yep, we're do it again. You can't escape.
Let them. Yeah.
Yep. And then the other one, which was them asking if they needed any publishing assistance.
Imagine if Devolver got like a new contract, like with GTA 6 as a result of that. Like,
it'd be amazing.
That would be
I want them to have a game now that's just like some sort of like low poly like GTA clone that ends up doing super well.
Yeah, like a GTA knockoff, like a GTA 1 London or 2.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, just make Hotline Miami 3 and just release it on the same day.
maybe that's what they're doing. They've got
that'd be
just
poetic.
lined up. It's been ready for 3 years. They're just waiting to release it.
That'd be so poetic. We've just been paying the dev to wait.
Yeah.
I won't be giving Addy any money about GTA delays because I never took that bet. I assumed it was going to be delayed anyway. But yeah, even though I do agree with Mark, I will absolutely give him £10 if just after GTA 6 comes out, they're like, oh, and here's the release date for the next generation of consoles, because that's a fantastic insight that I hadn't really thought about. And I'm like, oh no, he's right though.
Oh man, no, he's right.
There's all these rumors going around the world, like, oh, end of 27. Like, okay, when's GTA coming out? End of 26. Like, get the money then, get the money again. They'll do a version for the new consoles, won't they? Just
of course.
And they won't. It's Take-Two. They won't be offering you a £10 upgrade pass.
Oh God, no.
You're buying that game again.
Oh, no.
The new console versions will come out at the exact same time as the PC version releases in 2027.
With all the PC enhancements.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark that, because we're going to be playing that again in a year's time.
Oh yeah. Well done,
Take-Two, write that down.
Good call, Mark. Good prophecy there. We'll see if it comes true. But yeah, with that, let's move on then to the closing section, as always, which is what we are looking forward to. And to give you guys a second, maybe to think about what you are looking forward to.
Let me open my Steam.
What game? I'm
already there.
What games was I playing or going to play? I'm gonna say one. It's actually a game that's already out. It's out in early access, and I actually missed it. Very, very bad of me. I should have been more on top of this. But it's a game called. It's very much like Ball Pit. It's got the same situation with the X in the middle of the name. It's called Davy Jones or Davy X Jones, and it is from a studio called Parasite Games, if I remember correctly.
Was it a showcase recently? Because I feel like I know that.
Yes, I believe it was. Yeah. I think it was during Summer Games Fest. It was shown off because it went into early access in late August. It's out on Steam. I don't think it's anywhere else at the moment. Yeah, and I am a big fan of the studio's first game. It's a Polish studio based out of Krakow. And the first title they did is a game called Blacktail, which I believe I brought up last week on our spooky Halloween episode. I talked a bit about it there, and I'd recommend going back and listen to that if you want to learn a bit more. But yeah, this is their next game. It's another first-person sort of story-rich mix of melee and ranged combat adventure title, where you play as the eponymous Davy Jones, who has been killed and is now plummeted down into the locker that he is so well known for, which is basically the underworld of pirates. And he actually is in two parts. There is the head, which is Davy, I believe, and it's his skull that has like a little tentacles coming out of the bottom of it, so he can move around and it talks, wisecracking skull. And then the body, the headless body, called Jones. And of course, you are then like moving around as Jones with the head, and you can like perform special attacks using it. As you move around, you're fighting off all manner of denizens through lots of different weird biomes. And yeah, as I said, game is in early access. They're adding new stuff to it. They've got a roadmap for the game, and they recently announced that there is a creature in the game called Abby, this sort of Leviathan type creature, which is half whale, half ship. and it's currently sort of like your hub. It's like your base. It's like your friend and stuff like that. But with the next update, which I think they said is planned for late November, so later this month, you will be able to travel, as it were, around on Abbey to different locations in this sort of very weird and wonderful pirate sort of afterlife. In Davy Jones's quest to, I think, basically become, king of the underworld, king pirate, which sounds fantastic. And yeah, this is, I think, going to be chapter based, and this is like the first chapter of the game story wise. They plan to do more afterwards. There's a decent looking roadmap to this game, and right now it's at about sort of £15, with the price going up as they add new content to the game. So if it is something that you're interested in, I definitely go recommend checking it out now. Yeah, that's something I will be looking into. And yeah, I'll probably do like a sort of impression or something like that for the site. Because again, with early access stuff here, we don't do full reviews with scores. So yeah,
It's not that.
check it out.
The incremental price increase. If you buy it earlier, do you get all of the content?
Yeah.
At the release?
Yeah. You're basically, yeah, you're kind of like essentially rewarded for your
early buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, cool.
Which I think is the right way to approach it, because you can't, I feel like that's kind of unfair if you're, unless it's made clear from the very beginning that like we'll be doing it as like packs, like expansions.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe it was like, yeah, but that's quite a nice way to do it, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it offers players the opportunity to sort of get in on the ground floor. And again, because you're playing like the base game, this is like the idea that this is what the majority of the game is going to be. There's not going to be a big switcheroo suddenly where like, we promised a first-person shooter and now it's a survival crafting game, and it's like, oh shit, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't want any of this. So in that respect, you're kind of, if you're buying in early, if you end up not enjoying what comes later, at least you didn't get suckered in and pay too much up front in that respect, I guess. Yeah, which is quite nice. But yeah, that is what I'm looking forward to. Davy Jones. So yeah, please go check that out. Who would like
just
to
look that up? It looks really cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, very, very excited. Like again, Blacktail is a fantastic game, so I have good feelings going into this. Looks very much like them. Very, very cool take on some sort of like legend or folklore. Obviously, this being pirates. The previous game was more about like Baba Yaga and other sort of Slavic and European folklore. So I'm intrigued to see more of it, and we'll let people know what I think at some point in the future. Yeah, who would like to go next?
I'll jump in since we're on the topic of things under the sea and pirates. So one game that I only heard about today, but apparently was announced earlier this year, is something called Darwin's Paradox, and I'd never heard about it till today. It looks absolutely great, actually.
Yes.
So by all accounts, it was announced at one of the State of Plays at the start of the year, and I totally missed that. For those of you who didn't see it, it's a platforming adventure where you play as a little blue octopus. And for the second time this episode, I think it was Addy at the start mentioned something looking a bit Pixar-like, but this has definitely got a Pixar kind of aesthetic to it, like very like really colourful, really kind of childlike but grown-up art style. But you play as an octopus who's going to go on an adventure. They don't really know what they're doing on this adventure. But this kind of limbo-like gameplay looks a little bit kind of maybe even more Little Nightmares actually in there. But you're playing as an octopus trying to avoid some butchers and fishmongers who are chopping up sea creatures. All on this adventure, you're going to use octopus-like abilities, so using ink to create smoke screens to sneak past people. You can camouflage in and sneak around. But the gameplay on this new trailer looks absolutely great. And honestly, I've never come across the game until today. I've done a write-up on the site, which includes a link to the video of the gameplay itself. But yeah, this looks a real cool game, and I'm going to keep an eye on this into next year. And I think generally next year for platformers is looking so promising with this now. And I've already got my eyes on Replaced and Reanimal from the Little Nightmares original team. But I think there's going to be a really good year for platformers next year. And yeah, this one jumped right up my list as well. So looking forward to this one.
Yeah, this one looks great. My favorite animal is an octopus. So as soon as I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, I'm playing this definitely. Big fan of the gameplay, obviously, as a platformer fan and like a puzzle fan. Um, yeah, this alongside like you, yeah, the ones you mentioned, Mark, and Rika was another one that jumped to mind when I saw this one. Just sort of the fluidity of the gameplay and animations is just like so impressive. So yeah, really, really looking forward to seeing more of that. Yeah, who would like to go next? V, Adam?
I'll go next. Um, I'm looking forward to. I'm playing some games from my backlog. Actually,
Oh,
but the one that I am specifically looking forward to is a game that came out in August of this year that I bought, which is called The Dark Queen of Mortholm, um, where you play as the final boss of a sort of hero's journey. And from what I know about it, it's very much like inspired by stuff like Slay the Princess. I don't know if anyone's played. So it's just like a repeating loop narrative, but things change over time based on stuff that's happened in the previous loop. But yeah, the pixel art is gorgeous. I think the premise of it is just like really, really interesting. Like you are the final boss, and this hero keeps returning to try and challenge you, and you keep trying to take them down. But as you go through it, there's like different psychological sort of supernatural elements and stuff that start happening. And you know, it seems like it's got a very interesting story to tell. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about that. I bought it after seeing it at Showcase, I think. It might have been, I can't remember the showcase, but it was like part of the pre-show, and it was like, this game comes out today, and I immediately went to Steam. I was like, that looks amazing, and I bought it, and I still haven't played it because my Steam backlog library is obscene. But I'm going to take some time over the weekend because I'm not doing anything this weekend, which it seems like just wild, to sit and relax on the couch and potentially play that on my Steam Deck because it looks like it would be a fun little Steam Deck experience. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of very fun little indie titles that I have on my backlog, especially on Steam. But this one seems really interesting. You know, playing the game from the final boss villain perspective is
yeah.
something that's not really done, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I look forward to
My
hearing your
mate played
thoughts on
that
it.
one on the Steam Deck, V, and said it was really good. Had a really good time. So I've got it in my wish list too. So hope you have a good time too. I think it's only
Yeah,
short
I'll
as
let you
well,
know,
like
and then
short
you
game.
can play it, and you can play a good game.
He plays lots of good games. It's the ones he reviews are bad. So.
Yeah, that's it. Just don't
That's
review
very
it.
true.
Just don't ever review a game.
I'll give
Yeah.
you a month off for a review so you can only
Yeah.
play good games, Mark. How about that? Like, you can tell Dano that I said it was okay. Like,
There you go.
Thanks,
Yeah.
boss.
Bring us home, Adam. What are you looking forward to playing?
Metro Prime 4!
Yay! Of course.
Beyond!
Yeah.
It comes out next month. It's just a
The
bit
4th?
hard to believe.
Yeah.
Metro Prime 4. What?
Is it the 4th of
Fourth.
December? Yeah.
Very excited for it because I just love the series. They've always delivered. Story's really fun and the gameplay is great, and it's just yeah, I'm really excited for it because I'm a very big fan of Metroid.
Yeah.
Well, Prime. I only played my first 2D Metroid with Dread.
Yeah.
Which was
So good. Yeah.
Oh, it was so amazing. So like I've got the Metroid bug, I guess. I don't know what Metroids are. Are they bugs? They're kind of bugs.
Yeah, they're the learning bugs, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
aliens.
that's what I mean. They're more insecty than not,
Yeah.
so the bug works. Yeah. I'm still not sold on the bike. I don't think it looks good. I like they released a trailer recently, and I just think that the whole trailer looks great, and then there's a shot on the side, like she's going over a bit of a sand dune. I thought that doesn't look very good at all. I'm just not convinced by it at all. Like I don't need a bike. Just give me fast travel. Let me go like tubing somewhere. Like I don't need. If there's nothing in that fucking
She
desert,
turns into a small ball. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
I'll give it a chance because I trust Retro. Like give them a chance. but I am not convinced. But the rest of it looks amazing. Like there's some really cool like set pieces that they've shown in the trailers and stuff. And I'm just very excited to finally play it. It was announced 8 years ago. It's just
another long one.
Come on,
How dare you? What do you mean 8 years ago? Oh God.
Yeah.
2017. E3 2017. E3 was still a thing when it was announced.
It's another lifetime ago. A whole lifetime ago.
You guys are going to have to do the podcast without me next week because I'm going to have turned to dust. Like...
Oh dear. Well, yeah, I think that's going to finish this week's episode. Thank you very much, you three, for joining me. Good to have you back, Adam.
It's good to be back. Lovely to see you all.
There it is.
Good to talk games and what have you.
Indeed. And of course, thank you all for listening or watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please consider dropping a like. If you've got anything you'd like to share with us, any of your own musings or any feedback you have for us, drop it in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more content like it, just consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. And of course, for all our written content, you can find that over, as I said, at www.gamersocialclub.ca. Please go check that out. We do a lot of great work over there, a lot of work as a team. There's a bunch of us who've actually had a new writer join recently, so they will be no doubt helping out with news and guides and reviews and all manner of other things as well. So yeah, and again, we have been busy, as I said. As far as reviews are concerned, of course, we've already heard about Mark's with a pizza delivery, as well as
Hidden Cats in Rio de Janeiro, which will be live when this is live.
Exactly, thank you. We've got a review of Bounty Star, which has just gone up as well. And Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit review. Of course, Lady V's Devil Jam and the Digimon Time Stranger as well. It's got a review up on the site. I think that's all the most recent ones. So yeah.
You want a deep dive into the fact that Digimon are fuckable? Maybe you can tune into last week's episode of Galore.
Oh, if that's not a tease, I don't know what is. So go and check out the last episode of Galore with V. So you got a load of content to enjoy there. So go and check it out. And again, we'll be linking anything that we've talked about today as far as our articles and such down below. So please go check that out alongside all our socials, as we said. Also, of course, this is always I always forget something. I say this every time. Come along and join the Discord. We are slowly growing, surely, but at the same time, it's been great fun to see new people joining us. Again, we do a lot of sort of community nights and just sort of chatting, hanging out. It's nice, quiet buzz, but yeah, we'd love to see some more people join us and share their sort of passion for all things video games. And show us your cute pets. We have a special channel just for cute pets. So
I thought you said coupette. I'm like, what the fuck is a coupette? Like, is it a car?
No, pets, not your cars. We don't want to see your cars. Maybe I don't know.
I've got a car. I don't have multiple cars. I know I'm a rich gambler, but I don't have lots of cars.
But yeah. But anyway, that's enough from all of us here. Thank you again for listening or watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Play some great games, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Had to do something.
Bye.